Hello lovelies, welcome back to Lifestyle Chapter. Today I'm going to share with you another simple recipe, that is the Ghanaian salad. I'm making this salad for a church picnic, so I'm making this in a larger quantity, so let's get started. To that, I have my pot here. I'm adding in some carrots that I'm going to use for the salad, and also I'm adding on some eggs that I'm going to bring them to a boil. I'll boil it for about 5 to 8 minutes. I'm doing that because I don't want the carrot to be too hard to chew. I want it to be a little bit tender, so that way it makes it sweeter when enjoying your salad. So I'm adding some water on it, and it is going to cook together with the eggs, and I'll bring that to a boil. Here I have my lettuce ready for the recipe. What I'm doing is I'm tearing it from the pot into a water with a bowl of water, and I'm doing this in my sink because I want to run the water on it. You know, the leaves has some sand on it, so you have to make sure you wash it individually to make sure the sand is out. I'll then rinse the bowl, and then I will wash it for the second time in the other bowl. So here I'm going to do a second wash, and I'm using the Echo's vegetable or fruit wash. That is what I'm putting on it. I'm spraying on it. It helps to kill bacteria about 99%. So if you have this, you can use it to wash your vegetables or your fruit. That is the purpose of it. And so I'm going to add in some water, and then I'll make sure I soak it in for a while. And to that, I'm also going to add in extra ingredients to make sure, like I said, I'm making it for a picnic, and salad is something, if you don't take precautions, it can be something else. You can have stomach issues or something. So I made sure I added on some vinegar as well, and I've soaked it, or I'm soaking it in water to make sure that the bacteria in there are killed. And also I added on some salt. All these are going to make sure if there are any bacteria in the lettuce, it will all be killed, and then everything will look good. So I have my strainer, which I'm going to put on the other bowl in the sink, and then wash it individually, and then I'll put them in the strainer. Now I have the pot back here. I have drained out the water from it. It is cooked for about 5 to 8 minutes. Look at how the carrot is looking. I can use my fork to go through it, and it goes through it so easily. And here I'm going to add on some water to keep it cool so I can work on it. So here I'm going to take the carrot out, and then I'm going to peel it with a knife. Look at how easily the skin is peeling off. So it is all done. I've made sure I peeled all the carrots, the skin of it, and now it looks good, and I'm going to cut it into my preferred size. So here you can cut it anyhow you want it to be. I don't want it to be too big in size in the salad, so when it got to the bigger part, I just cut it into half, and then I'm cutting it again into smaller pieces. Another ingredient that I'm using is the onions. I'm going to slice that, and these are the other ingredients. Those are the meats, the creams that I'm going to add on, plus the ketchups that I'm going to add on the salad. Here I have my salad bowl ready. I washed and I'm cleaning it up nicely. I want it to be dry within because I don't want my salad to be wet. That is why I put all the lettuce in the strainer, and I dabbed it with a paper towel to make sure the salad doesn't go wet. So I have the lettuce here. I'm tearing it up into smaller pieces. And to that, I have the cucumber ready, which I have also sliced that. So I'm going to layer the ingredients in the salad bowl. So I have the lettuce in there first, and then I'm adding on the cucumber. And to that, I'm adding on the chopped carrot. So this is going to be in a layered form. It makes it so easy when you get all the ingredients cut or chopped ready. That way you just layer it in your salad bowl and then you're good to go. To that, I have my fresh tomatoes, which I also sliced in a circular or spiral shape, but then I took out the seeds, so there are no seeds in it, and then I also soaked it in some salty water to give it some taste. So that is what I'm adding on to the salad. And to that, I have my onions that has also been sliced into a spiral shape or circular shape. And with the onions, I sliced it and then I put it on fire for it to be a little bit soft. I just tossed it for about 2 minutes for it to be a little bit soft. In this way, it doesn't make it too crunchy when enjoying your salad. It makes it juicy and it makes it nicer as well. And also here I'm adding on the Heinz baked beans. If you're making Ghanaian salad, the preferred baked beans that we normally use is the Heinz baked beans. It has that taste. So that is what I managed to get from the African market, or you can get it from the Asian market as well. So that is where I got this from, and it's so delicious. And to that, I'm adding on some corned beef. I used the Ezeta corned beef to give it that Ghanaian taste that I know. So that is what I've layered on. And this is optional actually. I'm adding on some sardines. So this is fish. If you know you are not a fish fan or you don't eat fish, you don't add it to your salad. It is optional. You can choose to add it to it or not, but it makes your salad taste great. So I decided to add it to the salad recipe. So I'm done with the first batch. I'm doing another layer. So I'm adding on some lettuce again on top of it. So what I'm doing is I'm tearing the lettuce into smaller pieces, and then I'll continue the same process that I did from the beginning. To that, I'm going to add on the cucumber. And then it comes the carrots. Just manage to spread it around to make it even. And also I'm adding on the sliced onions. I'll call it the sliced tossed onions. Trying to get that even on it as well. And then there comes the tomatoes. I'm adding on the tomatoes as well. And to that, I'm adding on the corned beef. The rest of the corned beef is going to go on here. And also I'm adding on the sardine or the tin fish. Like I said, it's optional. If you don't like fish, you don't add it to it. And I'll make sure to put all the ingredients and the measurements in the description box down below if you want to try it. And the last ingredient is the boiled eggs. I have a cutter that I'm going to use. So I use the cutter to cut the eggs into slices, and I'm adding that also on the salad. I'm trying to arrange it nicely to make sure it is covered at the top well. So here I will add on the baked beans. The same Heinz baked beans that I'm using. And I will then add on the creams for the salad. So I have here the Miracle Whip that I'm using. So I'm adding on the ketchup as the tomato ketchup to it, and I'm just making a design on it. If you don't want to use ketchup, you can use any cream of choice, but having a Ghanaian salad, always tomato ketchup is one of the creams that is added. And I'm also adding on the Heinz salad cream as well, and I'm using that to also make a design. So that is how our Ghanaian salad is looking. Look how beautiful it is. I hope this recipe inspired you and it will allow you to try it. And don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share, like as well. Thank you for watching. Bye.